Welcome to the NACIC World Podcast. The objective of the NACIC World Podcast is to uplift, inspire, motivate, and to encourage personal growth and introspection. The human spirit is a flame that can be neglected, ignored, and covered up, but it can also be nurtured, nourished, and fanned to create a mighty fire. The NACIC World Podcast, fan the flame of your spirit. Here is your host, RJ.
Welcome back, and it's so nice to be with you once again on NACIC World Podcast. Every once in a while, we all become distracted, unfocused, and disheartened, especially when it seems that nothing is going our way. You know, as a small business owner myself, there have been times in my life when I did not know where my next income was going to come from, or not knowing how I would be able to pay my staff. These were tough times. And you know, as a small business owner, you're on your own. There's not very much help around. We may talk to others positively and see ourselves as, you know, the type of person that would say the cup is half full, not half empty. My question to you today is, what is going on inside your head that no one sees? Your thoughts lead to how you feel, which is key to attracting what you desire. For many of us, it's easy to say how great we are, how great our services are, how great our products are. It's easy to talk about how we can help people live healthier lives. But when you are alone, are you thinking and feeling how good it feels to help people? Are you worrying about paying your bills? Or perhaps role-playing how you would respond to a negative situation over and over again? I know, I sometimes do it. Paying attention to your private thoughts is something that I've learned you have to focus on. You first need to be aware of what your thoughts are, and then learn how to direct them, where you want them to go, to a positive outcome, or feeling about something positive rather than negative. Paying attention to your positive or negative thoughts is not something we are taught to do as children. It doesn't come naturally for most of us. We watch what we say, but not what we think. There are far more people just barely making it than we would like to believe. And this is why we should practice positive thinking on a daily basis. Positive thinking is about controlling your situation instead of allowing your situation to control you.
NACIC World Podcast, broadcasting all over the world. You are listening to NACIC World Podcast. If you are serious about making money online from home, then visit smmenterprisesonline.com. smmenterprisesonline.com. If you are interested in growing yourself, personal development, and financial independence, then subscribe to our YouTube, The Growth Channel. The link is in the podcast description.
Experts continue to find evidence that our thoughts, positive and negative, don't just have psychological effects, they also have physical effects on our body. The advantages of positive thinking include less stress, better overall physical and emotional health, longer lifespan, and better coping skills. The power of positive thinking can be considered the key to success for just about everything you may be trying to accomplish. More and more people are becoming aware that attitude is everything. If you expect to become successful with a positive attitude, you not only increase your own determination, but you also decrease your stress levels. The power of positive thinking is one of the major habits of successful people. When you practice positive thinking, you become better at setting the right goals and better at achieving them. The benefits don't stop there. Positivity boosts your mental and physical health, changing the way you interact with others. The more positive you are, the more you pull positive people, opportunities, and choices into your orbit, into your surroundings. The key to success in your personal or professional life lies in the power of positive thinking. Maintaining a mindset like this, a positive mindset, keeps you more focused and stress-free, thereby allowing you to better apply yourself to any task. Whether it is personal or professional success you seek, a positive attitude will help you maintain the level of confidence that you will need to become successful.
NACIC World Podcast, broadcasting all over the world. You are listening to NACIC World Podcast. Are you interested in doing an online tourism business course? Visit tourismbusinessonline.com, tourismbusinessonline.com.
Now, the first step to gain a positive mental attitude is awareness. Simply become aware of your thoughts instead of allowing your mind to wander aimlessly. Listen to the voice in your head and take note of the types of thoughts that you have. To become successful and happy, you need to think as if you are the most patient, compassionate and supportive friend that you have. Your thoughts need to be based on non-judgmental self-love. If you find you are not having thoughts that are compassionate, patient and supportive towards yourself, then the next step is to clean house, to correct things. So, first step in a positive mental attitude is awareness. Become aware of the type of thoughts that you have. Secondly, get rid of the habitual negative thinking. Now, getting rid of this habitual negative thinking is easier than you think. After all, you have complete and total control over this process. One of the easiest ways to start eliminating negative thinking is to first become aware, as I said, of those thoughts, and also more specifically aware of those thoughts that are negative, and then stop your thoughts midstream and change them into positive thoughts. Let me use an example. If you don't get an increase, say, for example, I'll never get that raise, I'll never get that increase. The company hates me. That's a negative thought. This thought is actually two negative thoughts. One is about your ability to get an increase or raise, and one about your company and how it may or may not feel about you. If you believe that your thoughts create your reality, then you can quickly see how your future is laid out before you. It is unlikely that you will ever get that increase because you have already decided that your company hates you. That negative thought is already there and it becomes your reality. Whether or not you believe these thoughts, you must start to change them to change your life. So the next time you start thinking negatively like that, I will never get this increase, replace it with something positive. I am an excellent employee and I know I'm going to be paid fairly for my efforts. And your thoughts towards your company, the company appreciates me. That's the second part. Changing your negative thinking into positive thinking. And it's something that you really must do. It won't just happen by itself. And then the third element, another great way to start eliminating the habit of negative thinking is to use affirmations. Designing and reciting affirmations is a powerful way to use words in positivity. Affirmations are just statements that you say to yourself in order to support your goals. You can use ones that directly discuss positivity. Like an example, I'm happy, I'm confident, I'm positive. I attract positivity into my life. You can also use these affirmations that implicitly reinforce your power of positive thinking towards specific goals in your life. For example, every day I move closer to the job of my dreams. I attract love into my life and give it back to the world. That is how we use affirmations. Is to confirm to yourself that you're a positive person. Another step that can help us to increase our positive thinking, is to read inspirational books or articles, to watch motivational videos, or even listen to my podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Growth channel. I'm not joking. All these topics that we do on the podcast is there designed to motivate, to uplift and to grow you. And then, lastly, surround yourself with positive people. To become more positive and to stay that way, focus on building connections with people who are good at sending positive vibes. If you ask yourself, how can I surround myself with successful people? Know that the first step is to nurture your existing relationships with people. They may have different passions and work in different fields, but if they are positive and successful, then you become more like them just by being around them. Once again, like attracts like, the law of attraction. The more time you spend with successful people, the more you will find yourself meeting new people who inspire and motivate you to succeed. This will increase your power of positive thinking, I think 10 times. Changing your habitual thinking will require a concerted effort on your part. But it won't take nearly as long as you think if you make a promise to yourself to change.
You are listening to NACIC World Podcast. If you are interested in growing yourself, personal development, and financial independence, then subscribe to our YouTube, The Growth Channel. The link is in the podcast description. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. Firstly, it's free. Secondly, there are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Thirdly, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. Fourthly, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Lastly, it's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
When we implement a routine of daily positive thinking in our lives, we enable ourselves to mentally rise above our immediate situations. This is the first step towards actually unleashing the power of positive thought in our life. Once your subconscious mind becomes receptive to the practice of daily positive thinking, and believe me, there will be some resistance, but you become more fully able to accept that you are worthy of better in life, and you begin to attract more positive outcomes than negative outcomes in your day-to-day living. If it is difficult for you at first to allow the power of positive thinking in your life, just start small. Small steps. After all, you have to crawl before you can walk. Make a conscious effort to search out and look for the positivity in every situation. Sometimes, depending on the situation, this may be almost like impossible, but try anyway. Make a habit of stopping to reflect on all the positive things that happen in your life daily. The power of positive thinking is really powerful. Practice it on a daily basis and enjoy your life. Start today. Best of luck. That brings us to the end of this episode. Please keep on fanning the flame of your spirit.
Please like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and podcast platforms. Send your emails to podcast@nacicinchina.com. NACIC World Podcast is broadcasted twice weekly, every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Beijing time. Until next time, please stay safe and be blessed. Till we meet again.